On March 28, 2001, the city opened the O'Fallon Cultural Arts Center in the restored Wabash Railroad Depot. Since then, the city has sponsored an outpouring of music, theater, art exhibits, festival entertainment, and art classes for children and adults. The person responsible for the initiation and development of these programs is Darren Granaas, the O'Fallon Cultural Arts programmer. In February 2001, Darren started working at the city as the Cultural Arts Coordinator. In the 13 years he has been with the city, the theater, now O'Fallon Theater Works, and class programming has increased exponentially in both size and scope.
Currently, I run several things. The theater department, which takes up a good chunk of what I do. We run 3 programs and a camp. We usually do a spring drama or comedy, and then a summer children's play, and we run a summer's camp. And then in the fall, we try and do either a musical or a comedy as well. So that takes up a good portion of what I do. I also run the exhibits. We run about 7 to 9 exhibits a year right down here at the Granaas Spirits Center. I'm also in charge of the community bands, and we run pretty much throughout the year. We've got a community band, which is just a general concert band, and then a jazz band. Then, of course, we've got the programming side, which is acting classes, visual arts classes for kids and adults. And then I also oversee the adult programming for the Parks Department, which includes trips and adult activities, things of that nature.
Along with these duties, Darren has been a manager at the city's recreation facility, the Granaas Spirit Center, since 2005. He oversees 2 full-time employees who manage the cultural arts class programming, 20-plus contract employees, several volunteers, and he also works at getting funding for programming.
A big portion of what I do now is grants. I also do a lot of grants, which was something I didn't do when I started out. It's expanded from just doing cultural arts grants to grants, looking at grants that would cover other parks programs. And currently the council's looking at not the council, but the O'Fallon Convention and Visitors Bureau is looking at creating a subgroup for public art, which would, they're basically trying to come up with an arts commission. So I'm currently researching that and delving into the grants on that. Eventually we'd like to see public art in the streets of O'Fallon.
When it comes to loving his job, Darren couldn't be happier.
Absolutely love it. I love being around the people. I love everybody that I work with. I love dealing with the public out here. I like being busy. I like going from, say, working on a grant to throwing on some old clothes and helping build a set. You just never know what's going to happen, especially in the theater part, what you're going to end up having to buy, who you're going to audition for a play, what type of play you're going to do. Suddenly seeing a new artist when you're out and about who's excited about coming and doing a show. It's just an endless variety. The fact that I'm not chained to a desk, 24/7 looking at a computer screen doing the same thing over and over, it allows me a lot of freedom. I work a lot of strange hours, but I love it. I thrive on that sort of thing.
If you would like to know more about the O'Fallon Cultural Arts Center, visit o'fallon.mo.us/parksandrec.